Hello, this is Sabrina and Jimin, and this is our third quarter physics project. Our inspiration came from our love of art and music, which we wanted to incorporate into our project. First, we thought of cladny figures, which are ways to visualize the patterns of a vibrating plate with sand on top, forming special shapes centered around nodal areas. They are usually created by a vibration generator, but a violin bow could also work when dragged along the edge of a metal plate. However, as a musician, I'd hate to damage a perfectly good bow. Our search led us to this video by the same creator called Laser plus Mirror plus Sound, a model that is far less damaging than homemade cladny figures, if you don't consider how to acquire a piece of broken mirror, and also with potential scalability, which I'll be explaining further on. Our plan was to replicate the concept of an oscilloscope using simple materials: a bowl, a wireless speaker, a balloon, a piece of mirror, and a laser. The speaker would be placed inside a bowl with the balloon covering the top. The shard of a mirror would be glued onto the balloon with the laser pointing at the mirror, reflecting the light to the wall behind it. As the sound or music is played through the speaker, the rubber of the balloon covering vibrates, causing the reflected light to create patterns on the wall. After creating the model, we experimented with many types of sound, from playing a pure note to combining notes. We switched locations, we turned off the lights so it would show better on the wall. We experimented with going up a scale and so on. Vibrations of a particular note create sound waves of a certain frequency, which moves the rubber of the balloon in a way that produces a special pattern. Is movement too fast for the naked eye? As we lower the frequency or raise the frequency, we can see spikes in the amplitude of the visualized sound waves, likely hitting resonant frequencies of the volume of air inside the bowl itself, or the rubber of the balloon.
Resonance is where an external vibration occurs at a frequency that forces another object to vibrate at its natural frequency with greater amplitude. Each object possesses its own frequency. For example, when people sing to break glass, it isn't just about how loud the singing is, but whether the note they are holding is the same frequency as the glass.
When pure notes are played at the same time, their pattern overlaps. One of the first problems we faced was fitting the balloon over the bowl. Multiple balloons were torn in our attempts, but we finally got one over a ceramic bowl. We wanted to try different types of bowls, like a metal one. However, most of them were too wide for the balloon to fit. While trying to peel the balloon off, the mirror shard also flew to some random corner of the room, never to be seen again.
After we finished making our oscilloscope speaker instrument, we got excited and started playing JoJo. Giorno's theme is a rather chaotic song, so as expected, the result was a set of complicated sound wave patterns. When we played pure notes, or notes with sinusoidal sound waves, the patterns produced were much more pronounced and stable. Combining other pure notes would add another wave as an overlay over the existing light design.
Oh my god.
In another video, we saw the instrument being used in other creative ways, such as programming sounds to manually draw different shapes and creating laser light parties by projecting these shapes at a larger scale. Our project wasn't as grand because we merely deciphered certain trends and correlations, and not yet the exact equations as to what tones produce what shapes. Many artists and programmers seem to have already explored this area farther using actual oscilloscopes. As a prime example, one group actually created a whole oscilloscope album while using these sounds to create shapes like rotating 3D cubes, Tetris, or full words. At the moment, oscilloscope music seems to have the most potential in the entertainment industry, as tools to create 3D objects and assets in video games or animation. Some users actually report already using this technology with software such as Blender and Oscilloscope for their personal and studio projects.
The goal of our physics project was to show how we can combine both technology and art to innovate in many areas and simply to create beautiful things.